How are we doing, guys? Welcome to another FIFA 21 starter squad building challenge thing, video, something like that. Here we go. We're going to go to the Bundesliga this time. I'm excited for the Bundesliga because they have a lot of good players, a lot of hidden gems. Some of these players you will know, some of these players you'll have never heard of, some of these players you'll go, oh. Some of these players you'll go, oh. Anyway, that's enough of an introduction, I suppose. But this is a decent start squad from the Bundesliga. Now, the Bundesliga is going to be a really interesting one this year because there's just so many more eyes on the Bundesliga this year. Obviously, it was the first season, or sorry, the first league to kick off after the sort of coronavirus break. They kicked off first, so a lot of people started watching that because they wanted to get their football fix. There's some really good players in this one, like the Haaland upgrade. There's a lot of position changes as well that are very interesting. We'll go through a few of these, but this is going to be the start squad I would aim for. Now, in goal, you'll go, whoa, there's an 83. Now, Casteels is an incredible keeper because he's got 80 plus everything apart from speed. The thing is, right, with goalkeepers in the Bundesliga, you've either got a bunch of 79s and then a bunch of 82s. So you could either go for someone like Schwallow, you could go for Ulreich, but he's Bayern, so I think it might be a bit more expensive. You could go Hitz, you could go Timo Horn, but I don't think those guys are going to do the job. Now, your other choices are Baumann and Pavlenka are 82s, but their stats are nowhere near as good as the 83 Casteels, and he's 6'6", so he's huge. He fills the goal. He's got insane stats across the board. I don't think you want to go for Gulaxi, Sommer, or Neuer because they're going to be too expensive. Casteels will probably be the main price player in this squad. Let's move on to right back though. Now, and Babu, a lot of you will know, is an unreal player. Absolutely fantastic. Great player. 89 pace with 81 fizz is great. He's tall. He's 6 foot. You could go for Danny Da Costa, but for some weird reason, Danny Da Costa's now got 75 pace. Your other quick options, you've got Mukiele, who's moved from centre-back to right-back. Now, Mukele's got 83 pace with 80 defending and 77 fizz. So he's not strong, but he's got way better defence, and he's medium. So I would say Mukele's the other player to look at in this position. Lars Bender is the highest rated right back with 60 pace. Benjamin Pavard, 69 pace. Thomas Munier, 77 pace. So basically you've got Lena, who got the League SBC card last year. I think it was a winter refresh card. It was unreal. Basically the only fast players are Babu, Mukele and Lena. So it's one of those three. We'll move on to centre-back. Now, there's a lot of choices here for this, but there's not a lot of pace. The one thing I will say to you is when you look at Bundesliga centre-backs, just look at the height. If you look on Footbin, just look at the height. There's like everybody is like 6'2" or above. It is mad. They breed these beasts in the Bundesliga. It is crazy. We're going for Tapsoba. He's got 74 pace, which is good. He's got 78 defense and 78 physical, and he is a whopping 6'4". 6'4", so he's going to win a lot of headers. 74 pace is pretty quick for a starter player this FIFA because I don't know what's going on with pace. You could get a Kanji. He's 6'2". He's got 77 pace. You could get Upper Meccano with 77 pace. Klosterman's the fastest. He's got 84 pace. But I think Klosterman, because he's fast and he's a centre-back, he's going to cost a fortune. So your pacey players, you're looking at Alaba is too expensive. Lucas Hernandez is an 82, but I think he'll be very expensive because he's got 83 defence. Jerome Boateng's at 70 pace, So I think these two, and we'll go with Hinteregger as well. Like I said, you could go for Upper Meccano because he's got 77 pace. And if you really wanted to push the boat out, maybe look at someone like a Kanji, but I don't know. It's just a bit risky. I think Hinteregger and Tapsoba are very, very, very solid picks, though. Hinteregger is also, he's 6 foot, so he's a little bit shorter, but he's got 81 defence, 82 fizz. Let's move on to the left-back position with Gunter. He is 84 pace. He's kind of one of the fastest. You've got Alphonso Davies with 96 pace. He's going to be like 50k. You've got Ruslan with 88 pace. I think he's going to be too expensive, 20, 30k. Schultz, 87 pace. He'll be far too expensive again. Now, you could look at Philip Max. Max is 5'1". Gunter is 6'1". Sorry, 5'10". and 6'1". Gunter's got 10 more physical though as well, and 2 more defending, and he's 3 pace quicker. So Gunter is my pick at the back. We move into midfield now. This is kind of a balanced midfield. You've got Delaney is going to be a holding mid, and you might go, oh, he's an 81. Can I afford him? I don't think he's going to be crazy expensive because he's an 81. He's not like super high rated. But he's got 77 pace, which is pretty quick for a centre mid. Shooting and passing is okay at 73 for a defensive midfielder, because it says he's got low high work rates. If that is true, he's going to be a holding midfielder anyway. 82 defence with 82 fizz. He's very, very strong and good in defence. 75 dribble as well. So he's kind of like a really good all-round player with an emphasis on defence and physical. We look at Tolisso as well. People again will say, oh, Tolisso, really? But he's got a -3. He's only an 80 rated this year. Tolisso is 5'11". Delaney's 6 foot. You've got Nkunku's 5'10". So you've got like an average kind of height here in the middle as well. Tolisso, though, you know, high medium, you could switch these two over, but I think Nkunku's a very good attacker. Again, Tolisso, decent pace. Everything's like above 70. Every stat is above 75, apart from pace. You've got 76 defence, 77 fizz, so he can do a job defensively. Good shoot, good pass, good dribble. He's a very well-rounded, solid midfielder. I don't think he'll be too expensive. There's not too many other choices, really, because you've got players like Demir Bay that are good at dribbling and passing, but really slow. You've got players like Emre Can, but I think Emre Can's going to be one of the most expensive players because he's one of the players with the highest number of in-game stats. I think he has the same amount of in-game stats as baby icon Laurent Blanc, which is absolutely mad. And they're the highest 2 in-game stat players we have so far because they're so well-rounded. I just think Emre Can's going to be super expensive. But if you can get Emre Can for cheap, definitely put him in for Tolisso. And Nkunku, I'd say for your Cam, because he's got more pace, more dribbling, more passing, so he can thread those passes. Your right wing options are very, very limited in the Bundesliga. You've obviously got Sancho, Gnabry, and then Bellarabi, who's got 90 pace. But Bellarabi with 90 pace is going to be so expensive. You've got Stefan with 79 and Bittencourt with 79. The only thing is, Stefan has 7 more shooting and 5 more physical. You could try Patrick Herrmann, but he's got 73 pace, so you haven't got a real quick option for a right winger unless you can afford somehow Bellarabi. But Bellarabi's the quickest Bundesliga winger on the right wing anyway. He's got 90 pace, so I think he's going to be unaffordable to start with for quite some time. Let's talk over to the left wing, Thuram. I've picked Thuram because he is 6'4". He is a monster. If you get crosses whipped in at the back post, he's your man coming in. He's powering those headers in. He's got 84 pace, so he's quick. He's got 80 shooting, so he can finish. He's got 80 dribbling, which is good as well. His passing's a bit His defending's not great, so you don't expect too much defensively from these guys. 77 fizz, he's strong. He's going to have a lot of strength because he's going to be 6'4", probably low jumping. But if he can win the header, he's going to be very, very solid. Like I said, these two are both high medium, I think, according to the database. So they're both going to be quite attacking players, but not crazy amounts of pace. You could probably get away with maybe, if you got lucky, maybe get a catalyst on Thuram, boost that passing for his crossing, because 80 shooting is pretty good for a starter card based on everybody else. You might sort of look at these videos and go, oh, 80 shooting, that's terrible. But actually, for a starter player, 80 shooting is pretty good in like September, October when the game comes out, so they're going to be quite decent. If we go to the striker position, again, you're a little bit limited on players here. There's quite a good silver for Dortmund called Renier. He's got 82 pace, but again, he's a silver, so he's not really got much, and it'll probably be quite expensive for like SBCs, because obviously you've got Haaland, who is an 84. Lewandowski's obviously unattainable. You could try Kramaric as a striker, maybe. He's only got 71 pace, but he does have 85 shooting and 85 dribbling. Weghorst is 6'6", but only has 65 pace, but does have 82 shooting and 85 fizz. Volland as well, 73 pace with 84 shoot, 84 fizz, quite strong. Your other pace player is Rashica, but Rashica is rumoured to be joining, I think it was someone like Aston Villa. He's basically rumoured to be coming to the Prem. I would probably pick Mbolo. Your other choice is Christian Poulsen. Yusuf Poulsen. Poulsen is 6'4", with 81 pace, 81 fizz, whereas Mbolo is 6'1", 87 pace and 81 fizz. So the same physical. He's actually got 5 more shooting than Poulsen and 3 more passing with the same dribbling. So I'd probably say Mbolo because he's so fast. He's probably got a bit more power as well. The only issue again with Mbolo is, I think according to the database, he only has 2-star skills, but he does have a 4-star weak foot. So again, depends on what you want, but he is 6'1", so whipping crosses in will be quite good. If you really wanted to, in game, you could probably switch Mbolo and Thuram, have an 84 pace, slightly slower striker with better shooting, and he's 6'4" for a target man. And you could put Mbolo on the wing, and again, his passing's not great, but it's the same as Thuram, so you could just put like a better striker in there almost, would help you. The other option is you obviously go for a slower striker, But again, the only striker that comes close to 77 pace, really, you've got Cordoba. He's a 78 rated. He's got 78 pace with 78 shooting and 87 physical. But then for pace, you're really stuck in the Bundesliga. Haaland's obviously got 84 pace with 87 shooting, but he's going to be like a couple of 100k, I think, early doors. So I wouldn't expect too much. It's a pretty good Bundesliga team. Do let me know down below in the comments what you think. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. Would you change anyone in this squad? Can you think of anyone better? Is there any transfer players that I might have missed as well that could be useful that aren't on the database yet? Do let me know. Let me know your thoughts on this Bundesliga start team, and I'll see you soon for another video.